My name is Laura Saylor, and I have been a part of the Illuminate CBD family since October 19th. And tonight, I'd like to explain to you why I chose Illuminate CBD. Just like most people, life events will place us into sometimes a different element where we don't want to be: depression, anxiety, health issues that really knock us for a curve. About 2 years ago, I retired from a very stressful job, and my husband and I decided to move half the country away from the majority of our children and our grandchildren. This in itself was quite stressful. I mean, stopping a job or beginning a job can be quite stressful. Buying a new house can be quite stressful. Um, Deciding to move half the country away from your kids is stressful, but life throws us curves all the time. When I lost my mother in 2012, I believe it really began a cycle of depression uh, that just spiraled. Um, Grief manifests itself in all sorts of ways. For me, it was severe depression, and I thought I could self medicate. Well, alcohol is not the best way to self medicate. It turned me into somebody I didn't like at all. I didn't like myself. I'm pretty sure the people around me didn't like me either. Um, I became just very closed off and depressed. I had severe anxiety. I've had anxiety, I think, all my life, but just never acknowledged it. When I retired, the anxiety got worse. I didn't know what to do with myself. Um, I missed my grandchildren. I missed my children, but it was a decision that we both made for the betterment of my husband's health at the time, and actually for my 27-year-old disabled daughter's health. Um, about, I would say, 2 months ago, a friend introduced me to CBD. And at first I thought, I'm not going to do that. Isn't that illegal? And, but it's not. It is not. That's a stigma of CBD. And recently, a friend described it quite well. Stigma is fear, fear of the unknown. And how do you get rid of fear? You educate yourself. And that is why I choose Illuminate. They didn't just throw their product at me, they were very informative, explained to me what CBD was, how it could be helpful, not just for my depression and anxiety. It has also helped curb those, horrible, I should say, wantings of alcohol. Um, Along with the depression and anxiety, I started experiencing more frequent migraines. I used to get them maybe 3, 4 times a year. Um, and all of a sudden, they started manifesting themselves in a different way, in a more dangerous way. And they began weekly. Um, the last severe attack of my migraine, I was canning spaghetti sauce from our vegetable garden. And luckily, my husband just decided to come check on me, see how the process was going. And I had a blackout. I was coherent to him, but I don't remember any of the conversation. He ended up helping me go lie down, and he finished the canning process, which is quite noisy. I didn't hear a thing. This scared me so bad. I decided to go see my general physician. And just like with any health issue, you should always check with your doctor first. Well, they wanted to put me on medication, first for anxiety and then depression. And then when those didn't work, they wanted to add more medication at higher dosages. And when that didn't work, they decided to put me on maintenance medicine. Well, I took it because I was desperate. I was afraid that I would never be able to drive or become independent. And I did the trial period like they told me. And I truly believe that the pharmaceuticals they were giving me were making my migraine headaches more frequent and more severe. My husband and I have a very strong faith. Um, we have a very supportive family also, but I was lost. I had gotten to the point where I didn't want to get out of bed. Um, I was very grumpy. I truly didn't like myself. I had lost who I was. And when, I'm sorry, when my friend told me about CBD, I looked into all the possibilities. I looked into how it could help me. Um, Within a couple of days, I noticed a change in myself. I felt lighter. Um, my anxiety, when it would start, it was very easy to take a couple of drops of my tincture, and within minutes, that anxiety, that nervous feeling that you're crawling out of your skin, panicking, was gone. Um, then my depression just seemed to lift. I wanted to do things again. And reading more and more about Illuminate CBD just gave me relief that knowing what I was putting in my body was good for myself. As we get older, begin to wonder how many things can you take without damaging your liver or your kidneys. I'd done enough of that damage just with alcohol itself, and I didn't want to exasperate that. So I read more and I studied more of the information that Illuminate provided to me, and it just made sense. So you're going to ask yourself, what is CBD? My neighbor used to say, what, you're into drugs now? And I live in a very conservative state. So I quickly and nicely told her, you need to read up on this. You need to see the benefits of this. CBD is made from industrial hemp, and it is legal in all 50 states. Those industrial hemp is closely related to marijuana, cannabis sativa. It's maybe from the same family, but it is not the same. Marijuana has THC and psychoactive elements in it that you don't feel like you're in control. But CBD made with industrial hemp does not. You will not get a high out of it. You will just begin to feel better. CBD is anti-inflammatory, um, and inflammation is what starts all of our problems. It's the root of all evil in our bodies, in our emotions, in our behavior. CBD is non-psychoactive like THC and marijuana. It will not get you high. I have to stress that so much because alcohol abuse, lose you lose your inability to make sound judgment. You lose your inability to drive. You lose your inability to be kind, um, or to even function, to get things done. And with CBD, you are you, but better. You are you because you everything connects. How does it work? Well, even at my age, I learn new things. I learned that we have what is called an endocannabinoid system in our body that makes its own endocannabinoids, right? Cannabinoids, excuse me. And what CBD is works synergetically with our system to help replenish the cannabinoids that we are lacking. We lack them sometimes during the stress, health issues, environmental issues that come into play, and it just helps regulate it. Our endocannabinoid system is this essential regulation system in our body that works with our immune system and our nervous system and a lot of our body organs. And when you utilize CBD, it helps really balance you out. It's like hitting the reset button, a reset button on your life. So my questions were, since I do live in a conservative state, how can this be legal? Well, the federal law states the limit of THC in any CBD product has to be less than 0.3% or less, right? All illuminant products are derived from industrial hemp. Because of this, our products are in compliance with federal legislation. We have two legislations that are what we follow, what we have to adhere to in order to make it legal. One of them is the 2014 Farm Act, and the other one is the 2017 Consolidated Appropriations Act. Yes, I took the time to read them because I wanted to know, am I going to be okay? We comply with these two federal legislations, which makes it legal to consume, legal to purchase, and legal to sell in all 50 states. These federal laws make our CBD products legal for anyone to utilize and get the benefits from. Now, the different products that they have are unbelievable. They have we have tinctures, which I utilize. They come in bottles like this, and they come in different milligram. Full spectrum is a CBD oil that has not only CBD, it has other elements of the industrial hemp plant. It full spectrum tinctures come in three different um, strengths. They come in 500 milligram, 1,000 milligram, 1,500 milligram, excuse me, four different strengths, and 2,000. They come in several delicious flavors. I can tell you that my one of my grandchildren's favorite is the sweet cocoa. Mm, can't blame that. Um, and the isolate tinctures, which just have one element of the cannabinoid, which is CBD directly. It is comes in a 750 milligram strength and a 1,500 milligram strength, and Illumina is the first company who just came out with a 2,000 isolate CBD. Now, the difference between isolate and full spectrum is it's really up to you. If you get drug tested at work, you're probably going to want to utilize the isolate product because it doesn't have any THC. If you don't get drug tested at work, if that is not a concern of yours, I would use a full spectrum that has other wonderful elements of the industrial hemp. It has CBD, CBG, and CBN, and a very small trace amount of THC. Once again, it has to be under zero point 0.3 in order to adhere to the federal regulations. That's another wonderful thing about Illuminate. They are so, I would say, they are so restrictive on the products that they get. The hemp product is grown organically And before it's even into our ISO labs, which is the cleanest labs, and they're certified. When I say our, I meant Illuminant's ISO labs. They are tested for make sure there's no unwanted residual solvents or pesticides. It's grown organically. It's as pure as you can get. We have a wonderful CEO named Ryan Bosch who has developed and painstakingly taken the time to make sure that everything that you get in this bottle is exactly what should be. We have on our website lab results because we're not only testing it while they're producing it, we have an outside third party lab to make sure that they're testing it for purity, potency, and integrity. You can't get that. Can't get any better than that. You can't get that on the outside CBD white label that's on the shelf. I don't even know where that would come from, but we know where ours comes from. It says so right on our website. You can tell exactly what you're getting. There's no doubt. After all, you're putting this in your body. You need to know what you're putting in your body is good quality because you deserve it. I deserve it. Another thing that I do like about Illuminant is that everyone who partners with Illuminant utilizes these products. They don't just say, here, you need to take this. They have themselves seen the benefits and they like it so much as I do that we want to share that information with you. Getting back to their products, I said at first we do have tinctures. They are very easy to use. You shake the bottle up and you open it and you put approximately half a dropper in. And I myself use anywhere from 7 to 10 drops. Sometimes if I need a little bit more, I take a little bit more. Let's say I've strained my back, or let's say it's just been one of those days with extra stressors. And then you just easily. The problem is it tastes so good you want to swallow it right away. I strongly suggest you leave it in your mouth 1 or 2 minutes till it gets the full benefits of absorbing into your body. Now, the other products that they have are a vape line. And these vape lines are, they come in strains of 500, 1,000, and 1,500 milligram. They're high potency, full spectrum CBD, and we also have kosher vegetable glycerin within it. This enhances the product and the flavor, and it fuses the oil and the strains. It comes in 2 different strains of terpenes. I hope I'm saying it right. Terpenes. Terpenes are like the essential oil of the industrial hemp plant, and they are manufactured, produced, so that you have 2 separate um, terpenes. One is indica, and that gives you a relaxing, calming effect, and the flavors are just phenomenal. The other one is a sativa, and that gives you more uplifting. It's an anti-inflammatory. It even helps improve getting oxygen into your lungs to help you breathe easier. Illumina also has Revive capsules. These capsules have approximately 25 milligram each capsule. And what is nice, they're not slow release, but since you swallow it and your digestive system, it takes a little longer, but it gives you that CBD all throughout the day. So that, let's say you happen to unfortunately leave your tincture at home and you're going, oh no, I don't want to have to go all the way back home to get it. If you have taken your um, Revive capsules, then you can have that distributed all throughout the day. Um, Another item we have is the pain roller, and I like this one. I like them all, but this is a favorite. I can have it in my purse, and it's topical. You put it right where it's aching. It is full spectrum, and it just really it pays attention just to that area, and it really has saved me on several days. Um, Another item we have, which is one of my favorites to talk about, come here, Angel, is our pet tinctures. Excuse me, oh, here she is. Yes, she's my 16-year-old beagle. Aren't you a good girl? Anyway, our pet tinctures have glucosamine and um, CBD. It helps this old girl get around. Just like us old folks, we have aches and pains. Can't imagine, huh? Can't imagine what it would be like not to be able to give our dogs the same relief that we're getting. You want to get down? Okay. Well, I hope some of the information I've given you is giving you just a little bit of an insight of how CBD can help you. I know it's helped me tremendously. I truly like myself. I truly am beginning to feel well enough to be a happy wife, a happy mom, and happy grandma. I'm no longer that grumpy grandma. Um, One of the other benefits our family has received is my daughter, who was born with seizure disorder, has found relief with CBD tinctures. The pharmaceuticals they have had her on at one time were four different types, and we used to have to go for liver panels. And with CBD, we have not had to do that. She's really enjoying living without having the strong pharmaceuticals in her body. And I can just recommend it for if it's good for my daughter. It's safe for younger children. It's safe for your pets, and you deserve to have you deserve to have a good life and not live under that cloud. You deserve to take good care of yourself and have something that's healthy for you. You deserve it. If you feel that I can help you in any way, find maybe a product, one of our products that you find benefit from, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, if I don't have the answer, I will be glad to find it for you, because our Illuminate family really keeps us informed. We are always receiving new training and new information on different benefits that have come about, and I I don't want to live without it. I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I hope you have a good night.